For anyone and everyone watching this video, I want to address something. I have discovered another channel, 24 Frames of Nick. He discusses older kids movies and many of them start with the title, Do You Remember? I just wanted to say I had no intentions of ripping him off or anything, so if anyone can help me think of another catchy thing to name this series, I would sincerely appreciate it. I've also emailed him. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. He might be a busy guy. But now, I have a very serious question. Do you remember the Socky Chooks? Because I remember the Socky Chooks. For those of you who don't remember this glorious show, picture this. A bunch of studio execs and creative types gather in a room. One guy in the front is like, hey everyone, think of everything you think kids like. Write each of those ideas on a slip of paper, throw it in this hat, and let's just pick out a bunch and make the ultimate kids show. And everyone else in the room is like, that's the best idea I've ever heard. We're going to be rich. They start pulling out papers and it goes something like, alright guys, so we've got martial arts, robots, monkeys, moms, and chickens. And that's what we got. Socky Chooks follows the vigilante exploits of 3 bowling pin-shaped chickens based off different genres of martial arts movies in a giant multi-level city-sized mall owned and run by a morally bankrupt German piranha named Dr. Wasabi. And some of the good listeners out there may have noticed that I didn't mention monkeys or robots yet. The robots are pretty easy to work in. They act as a police force and little spies for Dr. Wasabi. The monkeys, or chimps, are a bit more complicated. As far as I can tell, they're second-class citizens whose sole purpose is to act as henchmen to Dr. Wasabi.
It's just sticking paws off of me. Do you know who I am?
Which brings me to my recap of the first 9 episodes. I didn't watch 10 because the 10th episode wasn't on YouTube and I was lazy. So I think this show is about the rigid dichotomy between social classes, with chimps being at the bottom, followed by chickens, and then by fish? I don't know. In the first 10 episodes, there were exactly 2 fish. There's Dr. Wasabi, and then there's Siren Sung, who they make reference to being a fish with weird mutations. And both of them seem to be in high positions of power, but who knows? Moral of the story is that you only see chimps working for Dr. Wasabi and no other times. And they're always the bad guys. I'm just saying. Now, let's describe these vigilantes a little more. There's Chickpea, Ko-Jo, and Chucky Chan. Chickpea is based on Lucy Liu, Ko-Jo is based on Jim Kelly and the martial arts blaxploitation genre, and Chucky Chan isn't based on anyone or anything. Oh, but for real though, he speaks in broken English and always says these nonsensical proverbs.
You are right. As is often said, man who jump gun get a bullet hole in sandal. Now you're talking.
I think the characters are fun, but I don't know if they would be allowed in more modern cartoons. LOL. That being said, from as far as I got, the overall plot of the show wasn't clear. At the beginning, I never really got why the Socky Chooks were constantly trying to make things hard for Dr. Wasabi. But the more I watch, the more I realize it's all rooted in anti-capitalist sentiments. See, Dr. Wasabi is loaded and is therefore in control of literally everything. So the Chooks, aka the proletariat, are there to take down the bourgeoisie. And after a few more episodes, it starts to be revealed that Dr. Wasabi was engaging in shady business practices, like not properly disposing of hazardous waste, feeding his citizens unregulated and gross products, kidnapping, attempted murder, and slavery. Also, apparently later in the series, we get more personal reasons for the Chooks to be anti-Wasabi as well. That said, on to the review part of things. First of all, I do really like the aesthetics of everything, the vaguely Asian but futuristic themes, and everything being in a giant encapsulated city-sized mall just gives me these dystopian vibes I'm really feeling. That being said, the details just don't exist and make everything feel kind of flat. You can only tell the main characters are chickens because it says so in the theme song, which is a bop.
Fish was obvious, cooking up trouble. Kung Fu chickens get there on the double. Socky Chooks.
Bang, bang, bang.
Papa and the ninja chips are ready and rockin'. Chopping and stocking the chips, so come and stop them.
Hey, 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 hey.
Chickpea, Chucky, Cherry, KO Joe. 3 superheroes get ready to
Go, 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 go.
They don't even have beaks. And then when you just look at the backgrounds, it's really noticeable. Like when we meet Siren's song, she's in a giant fish tank. Because she's a fish. But there's no bubbles or fluid movements that sell it. You just kind of have to believe. But to be fair, the show did come out in 2008 and is CGI. But 2008 was the year that Kung Fu Panda, Bolt, The Tale of Despero, and WALL-E came out. And those are great CGI, with WALL-E being one of my favorite animated films to this day. But those were big blockbuster movies, with Socky Chooks was not. Except the show was created and directed by Sergio Delfino, who was apparently an animator on Chicken Run. Maybe making media about saucy chickens is in his blood. Next, the dialogue in the show isn't amazing. It's honestly mostly quippy one-liners the star of an action movie might say in the 90s, but maybe I'm just jealous. My quippy one-liners could use some work.
There's only one problem.
Your hair will be fine, Joe.
Oh, good. But how am I going to get to sleep in the middle of the
What's this?
day?
I think I hit the snooze button.
Ooh-wee. Sock-a-bye, baby.
Also, honestly, I don't think most kids would have an issue with the dialogue. It's easy to follow and objectively entertaining. I'm just saying, my think brain doesn't remember have issues with conversations they were having when I was like 10. So your trusty pal here, Pipsqueak, gives the show a 7.6. I think it's fun. It's not awful. And I genuinely think the show affected some things I think are cool to this very day. And with this, I'll see you guys later. Bye.